Hello all, welcome to my channel Codify with Sonal. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is most asked Java interview questions. Yes, so we are covering Java interview questions for freshers as of now. We'll do for an experienced level at a later stage. So first thing I would give you is one interview tip, that answer the question that much what is asked. Okay, like if you are asked, for example, let's see the first question, name some features introduced in Java 8. Okay, so just name the features, understand the question properly, and then let the person ask you, okay, what do you mean by default on static methods and interfaces, like this. That way what will happen is you will cut the time. Like suppose the interview is being planned for half an hour, so if you give a long answer, it would not be liked by the interviewer maybe. So better give the answer to the crisp cut. Understand the question well, what they are trying to ask, and let them dig in one more question inside that, and that you know the answer. So name some features introduced in Java 8. So for each method, default and static methods, functional interfaces and lambda expressions, Java Stream API for bulk data operations on collections, okay, Java Time API, collection API improvements, concurrency API improvements, and Java IO improvements. We'll discuss all this in detail in the upcoming videos. For as of now, you can just, as the question says, name some features, we are naming those features, okay. Then what is an exception in Java? So what is an exception? It is just a kind of error event which happens during the execution of the program, and it disrupts the normal flow. So real life example I would give, like a simple one. Suppose you are watching this video and your internet connection is gone. Okay, so it is interrupted. There's an exception that occurs, interrupted in watching the video. Okay, and one more example can be that you're driving somewhere and your car got punctured. So what, you are just disrupting the normal flow that you were thinking, right? You did not think that the car will drop down in the middle. You did not think the internet connection will go, but it went and the car stopped. So this is like a kind of exception that occurs and disrupts the normal flow. Okay, now, what is the difference between checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions? So, checked exceptions are the one which programmer can handle. Unchecked exceptions are the one which are not handled by the programmer. Okay. So, this we'll study more in detail. It is also there in the video of exception handling. I have already done a course on core Java. So, you have more in detail over there. And if anybody has questions over this, they can ping me in the comment box. I'll explain it. Next question, difference between mutable and immutable objects. So mutable objects can be changed after creation. Immutable objects cannot be changed after creation. Okay. What is mutable? You can change the object after creation also, but for immutable you cannot change. So string is immutable, remember this. Now what do you mean by static keyword? Uh, if you want to know in detail about this, how static keyword works in programming in Java, how it works, there is one video specifically about static keyword on my channel. You can check that out. I'll put the link in the I button above. So static keyword is used for your memory management. Okay, so there are 4 things in static keyword. It can be applied with variables, methods, blocks, and nested classes. And it gets memory only once during the class loading. Next question, what do you mean by abstract class? It's a non-access modifier. You have abstract classes as well as methods, that is, it is used for classes and methods. When used with class, cannot be used to create objects. Okay, to access you need to inherit from other class. When used with method, it cannot contain a body. Okay, so you need to make these points clear, and if needed, you can give an example in brief. Next question, which class is a superclass of all classes? So the object is the root class for all the Java classes, and we don't need to extend it. Every other Java classes fall back under the object class. Okay. So what are finally and finalized in Java? So finally block is what you use it with a try catch block. You have some code in the try block, you have some code in the catch block. But if it comes in try and it is going in the catch block, then also finally will be executed. So finally is just used, when you want to release some resources, you want to close some files, you want to close the connections. Okay, so whatever it is, try block or catch block finally will be executed. Finalize. So now what is finalize? Finalize is a special method in object class we can override in our classes. It is called by the garbage collector to collect the garbage value when the object is getting it. Okay. So if the object is having a garbage value, there is a garbage collector. To call that garbage collector, you need this finalize method. Okay. Next question. What is typecasting in Java? So when we assign a value from one data type to another, it's possible that the two data types are incompatible and require conversion. When data types are compatible with one another, for as when converting an int value to a long, okay, you're trying to convert an int value to long, Java will automatically do the conversion and typecasting is not necessary. But if two data types are incompatible, then they must be cast in order to be converted. Okay. So if you are trying to convert data types that are compatible with one another, like into long, then it is no problem. It will automatically do the conversion. But when the data types are not compatible with each other and you want to cast it, then you need a typecasting. Okay. Now, what is the inner and anonymous inner class? So, nested classes are what we refer to in Java when we define a class inside another class. Nested if, you remember, we have done nested if also. So, similarly, inner classes are any nested classes that aren't static. Okay, class inside a class, but they do not have to be a static class. Okay, inner classes are connected to the class object and have access to all the outer class variables and methods. Anonymous inner classes. Anonymous inner classes are any local inner classes that don't have any names, as the name says, anonymous. Okay, it is instantiated and defined in a single statement. Every anonymous inner class implements an interface or extends a class. A constructor cannot be made for an unnamed inner class since it lacks a name, correct? Because constructor should have the name, same name as the class name. If class is only not having a name, then how can you create a constructor? What are constructors in Java? This we have done many times. There's also a video on constructor also. So in Java, constructor refers to a block of code which is used to initialize an object. It must have the same name. Just now we saw it must have the same name as that of the class. Also, it has no return type and it is automatically called when an object is created. And there are two types of constructors, default constructors and parameterized constructor. Why pointers are not used in Java? This is a very important question everyone gets in mind if they are coming from a C++ background, that why pointers are not in Java. So, Java's main feature is it is a simple language. So, as Java is known for its simplicity, pointers are not used in Java. Because pointers are risky and make programs more difficult, Java does not utilize them. So what it will, if it utilizes, then it would be a Java's reputation conflict for simple coding. Okay. So pointers are also avoided in Java since the JVM is in charge of implicit memory allocation, preventing the user from having direct access to the memory. Okay. So now what is the difference between this and super keyword in Java? So this is the class current instance is represented by this, and super is used for specifying the parent or base class current instance. Okay. And this is used to call the default constructor of the same class. This is super is called to call the default constructor of the parent class. Okay. This is used to access the methods or variables maybe of the current class, whereas super you have to call for the base class. Okay, methods, variables, if you want to call the super class variable, you can just say super dot this way. Okay, We have also done a videos on this keyword, super keyword, how it works and how you use it in coding. Okay. This keyword points to the current class instance and super keyword points to the super class instance. Okay. Now, what is Java string pool? Okay. So this I have explained you in detail again in the Java string video. Okay. So, but this is a very common interview question. So, a group of strings are kept in a heap memory collectively that make up the string pool. So, in this string pool, initially determines whether the item is already present in the pool or not. Whenever a new object is formed, it will go and check in the string pool that is there that object is already present, then it will point to that object only. Okay, it will not create a new place for it. Okay, if it is, the variable receives the same reference back. If not, then only a new object is made inside the string pool and the appropriate reference will be returned. Okay. Next, what is a class loader in Java? So, Java virtual machine, the component as the Java class loader is in charge of loading the class files. Okay, everything is a class in Java. To load the class files, you need a class loader. Okay, which is a component of what? Java virtual machine, JVM. Okay, there are three built-in class loaders: bootstrap class loader, extension class loader, system application class loader. Okay, so that's it for today. And if you have any doubts or if you want me to answer some specific interview questions, in what way you can answer it, or you want anything regarding to that, please let me know in the comment box below. And please do share your interview questions so that it might be helpful for others who are practicing for their interviews. All the very best, guys, and do let me know what you would like to see ahead. Till then, stay happy. Let's codify with Sonal in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Do not forget to hit the bell icon to get a notification of the updated video. Thank you.